we're just at IMARC still at Southern Cross's booth. We've got Lisa Gibbons with us, who you may not know yet. But Lisa, can you introduce yourself and tell us why you're so important to Southern Cross Gold?
I'm the General Manager of Southern Cross Gold, and together Mike and I have built the company to be a very sort of Victoria-ready company that's ready for permitting a new mine in Victoria.
So ready for permitting?
Not ready for permitting yet, but we've built the company so that we're a very diverse company. We're looking for the innovation. We're looking to make good partnerships with sustainable industries to sort of build on that circular economy as we move the project forward into what does a mine look like.
Fantastic. You've also got that diversity, as you can see up there. Can you just tell us a little bit more about the inner workings and what your actual day may look like some days?
Yeah, so what we wanted to build a company that was reflective of the community we work in. So we run on 50% female staff. We also have neurodiverse staff, and we have English as a second language staff. To us, diversity is very important.
Wow.
And being relatable, and we really believe that with diversity we get innovation as well. So that's one of the key drivers for us.
Do you have a lot of locals working on the project?
We do. We really have a mantra of hire local, live locally and spend locally. So we spend most of our money in Victoria, and a lot of that money within the direct sphere of influence of the Sunday Creek project.
Do you have much to do with the geological workings of the drilling and working out where you're going?
Yeah, so my role has sort of expanded out of that realm. We have a really good exploration manager in Kenny Bush. Kenny Bush comes from a lot of experience in Fosterville and Costerfield. He knows these type of deposits really well, and so we're using Kenny now to sort of run that day-to-day drilling. But my realm is to make sure we're good neighbours with that drilling. Are we using the best suppliers? Are we using renewable energy? Are we looking at how can we be innovative with our drilling? And one of the key things we have is we've actually this year taken on sound absorbing technology around our diamond drill rigs.
Yeah.
So we now have diamond drill rigs that are possibly the quietest in the industry. And I think that's a great innovation because it means that we can expand the Sunday Creek drilling project towards our receptors and not have them influenced by our noise. And we have a really good drilling company. So
yeah, the drilling company, they were very early in the pre-IPO, and they've got a large investment, which has grown significantly, like yours has too. I know you and your husband are big investors in Southern Cross. I think everyone in Southern Cross has written a cheque and has bought shares. They haven't been given them. Everyone's actually written cheques and got them, and they're very, very, you cling on to them, which is a good thing.
And we've rolled that same sort of, it's not just the staff, it's we see so many people in our local area who say, I've got shares in Southern Cross Gold. We have a lot of people in Kilmore, Broadford, Seymour who will stop us in the street and say, I've got shares in Southern Cross Gold. So it's so great to see that local buy-in, which you probably don't see much in your realm, but definitely around Sunday Creek project, so many of our neighbours have shares.
What about native title? I noticed you had a smoking ceremony when you first started Southern Cross.
Yes.
How's that relationship been performing over time?
So we always want to engage the Tungara in our business.
Yes.
So we had a smoking ceremony. Every single one of our staff, from the new field assistant to the directors, has done cross-cultural training with the Tungara.
Yes.
We routinely catch up with the Tungara. We do proactive cultural clearances with the Tungara. And we've just been building that relationship because to us it's paramount. We need to bring them along on this journey, and they're certainly happy and willing to engage with us.
It's fantastic. So you're doing all the right engagements, you've got the right spread of people working for the firm, you're diverse, all those ESG requirements that the big funds look for. Because I mean, it's exciting as you're merging the businesses together. You're continuing on with the business, so it's very important when you go onto the global stage. A lot of these funds, all these boxes that these large funds tick, and I think the big one is the overhang of bullshit. Once that all comes out, they can buy your shares.
And you'll see a lot of changes in Southern Cross Gold when it comes to our website and how we engage with the community, because we're really wanting to build that relationship with our community to make it robust, to make make sure they know they're coming along on the journey and they know they can guide the project and empower people in the project. So I think we've got a project which will really build up our district. People are looking for jobs, they're looking for good apprenticeships for their kids, they're looking for that long-term growth in their business. So far so good, and you'll see a lot more Southern Cross Gold out in the community in Northern Victoria. We've got a really good team who will be out there talking to the locals at every stage, making sure they're informed, making sure they know what's coming, how can they participate, how can they influence what we do. So we think that's really paramount. It's the community's got to be on.
Lisa, it's been really busy at IMARC, as you've noticed. Who have you been talking with?
We've been engaging with a lot of, I suppose, the European groups, European governments, American governments. They're interested in antimony. They need to know the antimony story. They need to know where is the next antimony deposit coming from and how will it be produced. Is the production of our antimony going to be ESG positive? They also want to see us engaged in that whole circular economy, zero carbon economy. So one of my roles here is seeing how we can do that. And I feel at Southern Cross Gold we've got a fantastic opportunity to really engage with a net zero circular economy line.
That's fantastic. So you've got the ESG component, continue that theme.
Yeah.
You were talking about the large investors being able to buy. These big Europeans in the States and their government officials. Is there any jibber jabber or chit chat on funding the mine to get the antimony?
That's sort of a bigger question we're working on. But certainly one of the things that I engaged in yesterday was how can the American government help us with technology? How can they share information? How can they share education resources, things like that? So there's a really good synergy there.
Okay, so there's interest.
There's interest.
Fantastic. So Lisa, I know you're very busy. You've been meeting to meeting. It's been hard to see you at IMARC because you keep getting dragged off with people here. But thank you so much for what you're doing for us shareholders. It's wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean.
Take care.